Hello. My name is Wakila, and I am the host of From Grief to Grace. And today we have Claudette, which is my daughter, Dominique. As you guys know, she passed away March 7th of 2025. It's been a year that she's been gone,
Mm.
and I am really excited and really thankful that Claudette is willing to come on the podcast and just talk with me. She was Dominique's best friend, and I really want to just ask you, how are you doing?
Sometimes I do good. Sometimes I'm sad. I've been sad. I was sad yesterday. It comes and goes, I'll say. Some days are better than others.
Okay.
Mm.
And I know you and Dominique have been friends since you guys were in grade school.
Elementary, yeah.
Yeah,
Freeze elementary.
Freeze Elementary.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We go we go way back. That was definitely my best friend. That was definitely my everything. Definitely she taught me a lot and she still is here with me every day. She walks with me. It does hurt because I think about my childhood a lot, especially when it comes to her, and I just think about a lot. Like we did a lot, we went through a lot, we seen a lot, and we accomplished a lot as kids and throughout our 20s. And unfortunately, she didn't make it, but she did accomplish a lot. So that does make me happy when I do think of her. It's like she accomplished a lot. At least she was able to accomplish everything before she passed.
Right. So Dominique, for you guys that don't know, she passed
Mhm.
away at 28.
Yes.
She went to Miami for cosmetic surgery, and she made it out of surgery. And unfortunately, she went to a recovery house in Miami, an unlicensed recovery house that she had found on Instagram. And she was given some medication, some unprescribed medication that resulted in my daughter passing away. And what was supposed to be a joyous time, she was clearly fixing some imperfections that she felt she needed to fix in her body, turned out to be a tragedy, a tragedy. And it caught everyone off of guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's name is Dominique, but she's
Mhm.
known also as Scarlett. She's accomplished so much in her 28 years. She's owned multiple small businesses. She was a music artist. We're originally from San Diego, California.
Sure.
And so she was a little, not a little, because she's big. And she was a big sensation in San Diego. And, we are still absolutely mourning the loss of her. And I started, from grief, from grace, because
Mm.
a lot of us we don't get a chance to talk about how we feel, what we went through, what we're going through, how we're
No.
doing.
No.
We just kind of pick up and keep going. We go
Yes.
back to work, we go back to hustling, we go back to grinding, we go back to taking care of kids, we go back to taking care of family. We wipe our tears, and
Definitely.
we suppress our feelings, and we keep it moving, and that's really unfortunate.
Mhm.
And I know that I don't know. I'm going to
Mhm.
ask you, have you got any therapy or anything behind it?
I have not got any therapy, but I feel like I have a good support system. I do have you. I'm able to talk to you when I'm feeling down. I have Kiera. I do have my parents, and then I also have my weed. That's very much my therapy. Dominique knows that was my therapy since we were like 17, honestly. But yeah, I haven't got I probably should look into it honestly because sometimes I feel things that I can't explain. So, and I want to be able to understand my grieving process without rushing it. I'm learning too. I don't want to rush my grieving process because I still have my everyday things where I have to think about, but it's like I just don't want to rush it.
Okay. I just want to get into, I know you and Dominique were not talking for
No.
years prior
Yes.
to her passing away.
Mhm.
And we're going to go into a little bit of her music career, right?
Yeah.
Um, from the beginning, Dominique started rapping when she was about 15 years old. You were there by her side,
Yes.
supporting her, doing shows with her,
Yes.
helping her sell Scandal beanies,
Yes.
shirts. Um, there was the good parts of being, Scarlett. I don't, I think, she was Scarlett Miller at first. Then
Yes.
there was 619 Scar, Big Bad Scar, Scar the Star. She has about
Star Scandal.
Scandal, the
Yeah.
Scandal Squad.
Yes.
So, going through the motions,
Mhm.
and that friendship, there was, good parts of that
For
friendship,
sure.
and there was also trials and tribulations,
For sure.
that would lead the 2 of you guys to go your separate ways.
Yes.
And, I wanna talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I wanna, when Dominique passed away,
Mhm.
where were you?
And said, "No, I was in LA
You were in LA.
working
And, like, how did you find out?
the internet."
The internet.
Yeah.
Was there a specific person, or was it
Micah
she, like
posted it, and I
and
already knew. She didn't say anything. It was a picture and it said "scar" with, like, a broken heart, and I was working, and,
oh,
I literally lost it because I already knew. I didn't even wanna confirm, but I did find you on Facebook, and I messaged you, so I didn't wanna talk to anybody else. It was just honestly you. I did message Kiera, and I said, "My condolences." Yeah, I was in LA working.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so, talk to me a little bit more
Mhm.
after, okay, of course, the tears.
Yeah.
Um, how long had it been since,
I
do
talked
you
to her.
remember, since you had talked to Dominique?
I probably I talked to her maybe a year before she passed. Um, she had reached out to me about a discrepancy about my cousin, and
Okay.
honestly, I just told her to fuck off, honestly,
Okay.
because I didn't want anything to do with that.
Yeah.
They became friends on their terms,
Right.
so you guys' beef is you guys' beef. I didn't want anything to do with that. I
Okay.
really didn't. And I was still mad at her
Yeah.
because why are you reaching out to me about her and we're not talking? It
Right.
just I don't know, maybe that was her initiative to
Initiative.
talk, but maybe I wasn't in the right state of mind to even care at that moment, and too much drama was going on at that moment, I will say. I had cut my cousin off at that time because Amani did explain to me that she was running down definitely all my business. So,
Right.
um, so I definitely appreciated that. But honestly, I did feel some type of way because I felt like if she was running down my business, you're just now telling me when you guys beef. We were best friends
Right.
previous.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me right then and there?
Right. Right.
But, I did appreciate it, but I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way at the same time.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
and a lot of, the
Mhm.
guests and
Yeah.
people who are listening in may
Yeah.
not know the backstory. Some people will.
Yeah.
People locally will
Mhm.
know. But
Yeah.
um, how now that she passed away,
Mhm.
you know, I um I know Dominique would, it's been years since you guys have talked to each other,
Yes.
but it's so funny because it's one of those situations where you can't say Dominique without saying Claudette, or you
Yes.
can't say Claudette without saying Dominique.
Right.
It's like they go together,
Doer. Right.
they're a duo,
Yes.
so which there's another duo. You can't say
Yes.
Dominique without saying Tiny D or saying Kevin,
Right.
right?
Right.
So,
Mhm.
it's kind
A
of
big
like
part
it doesn't
of her
even matter
life. Big part of my life, right.
how many years
It
had
doesn't. honestly.
been
We grew up
distant in the
together. That's
relationship,
my sister.
people would
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
they would still, you know,
Mhm.
Amanique, Claudette, Claudette, Amanique.
Mhm.
And did people reach out to you um on social media when she passed? Did people,
A couple people did reach out to me.
okay.
A couple people that we grew up with, a couple people that really knew our friendship. Um, but not that many did, but, I don't really fuck with too many people, so I didn't expect too many people to reach out to me.
Okay.
But a couple people did reach out to me, and I did appreciate that, and, a lot of people that are on social media, they know me and I'm neat. They do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
those are the people that did reach out,
Right.
and, I
Because
did appreciate that
right.
because whether regardless as if I haven't talked to her from here to there, like I said, that's someone I grew up with. That's someone that was very important to me, still is important to me. And I do appreciate those who did reach out. And then I did have the support system in San Diego during her funeral
Yeah.
and her release.
Yeah.
So I did appreciate that.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Do you as far as like I I mean I know your personality because I know you personally,
Yeah.
and you're not you're a person of few words,
Yes.
so and I know it's just like you, your mom, your brother,
Yes.
in you know and I know in the relationship and the friendship, you guys may have went your separate ways,
Hmm.
but you always knew that she's still here.
Yeah.
So whenever
Especially because
we
she
can
was friends with my cousin at the time.
right, she's
Yeah.
still here. So
Yeah.
we can always fix this. We can always
Right.
mend this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so how do you deal with the fact that
I
she's
can't.
like, this is
I don't do it. That's the hardest part, I would say. I try to keep that in the back of my mind, but it always comes out. Um,
like that you
yeah,
didn't get to
yeah, I
be
didn't
like,
get to say bye. Like literally, I didn't get to say bye. I didn't get to say I love you. I hope you're doing well. I didn't even know, and the crazy part about it, I didn't even know she was getting surgery. So I think that hurts me too because it's like, what if I would have reached out? I think about that too. What if I would have reached out and told her, good luck on your surgery, wishing you a speedy recovery. I know we haven't talked, but hey, I'm wishing you a speedy recovery. Don't take it the wrong way.
yeah.
I do. I do. I think about that a lot. I think about her not being here because, like I said, like you just said, I thought she would always be here. I thought she was always okay, and I'm Nick's boss. So at the end of the day, I knew she would always be okay, whether she's in Vegas or Alaska. She's gonna make she's definitely gonna make a way.
Yeah.
So regardless of the fact, yeah, that I think that hurts me the most. Even when I go through like going through this year, I think this year was tough, very tough for me. And I don't have many friends. I have maybe like 1 to 2 friends,
Yeah.
but I don't have many friends. So yeah, it was really tough for me. And sometimes I didn't even wanna be around my certain friends because it's triggering.
Right. Yeah. I know. I lost my daughter in
Mm,
2025,
mhm.
but this isn't my first, time losing a loved one.
Right.
I lost my sister Kim and
Yeah.
in 2017 and she was my older sister.
Right.
And so it was kind of like there's no
Mm.
Kiki without Kim. They'll say
Right.
Kim and they'll say Kiki. I'm Kiki. So, people put us together, Kiki and Kim, the sisters Kiki and Kim.
Yeah.
So when I lost my older sister, I literally I felt like I lost everything,
Yeah.
you
No, and I
know,
I agree with you, and
a part of my
I
identity,
would
my
say
safe place.
physically and mentally, for sure. Like, when I lost Dominique, it even though we haven't talked, it felt like I have talked to her. It felt like my heart really, like, literally when I seen the post, I already knew, like, there was no explanation of nothing, it was just a picture of her and, Micah, and I literally lost it. Like, I already knew, I just knew. I didn't wanna ask nobody nothing, all I wanted to do was talk to you because I already knew, and, I was with someone and they were like, "What?" Like, I seen the post and like I literally like I had to sit down and they were like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I think my best friend passed."
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know for sure,
Yeah.
but I think she passed."
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, that was hard. Um, I think the next day or that next day, that morning, I went back to San Diego to reset,
Yeah.
to really take everything in. Um, and then we had a candlelight. That was surreal because even the first couple of days, I went back and forth. Is this real? Is this fake? Is she gonna come back? What happened? I was really what happened a lot of the time because I didn't talk to you for a couple days and then I think like you said you didn't know it was my Facebook because I have a little cartoon little character and I had messaged you and I'm like please call me like
Mhm.
that I just please call me but yeah those days
And
those days were not good.
how did you I know Amanique's
Hmm.
deaths got national attention
Yeah.
all over the blogs,
It
all over
did.
social media. I've been on the news a couple of times in
Yes.
regards to the situation that happened to her in
Yes.
Miami.
Right.
How did you how did you do with that? Because things were happening
Man.
so fast
Fast.
with social media
It
and the
was.
blogs and
It was
just
everywhere.
so my daughters had two of my daughters had went and went to go get cosmetic surgery in Miami and they had TikToked about it. And
Mhm.
so the TikTok had already went viral. There
They did.
one of my daughters is really good at TikToking and she had already made her and her sister go viral
She
because they were
did.
going to have this surgery.
Right.
So people were already following them, looking
For the
forward
journey.
to the results and already
Mhm.
following their journey from the
Exactly.
airport to what
Yeah.
they ate to
Yeah.
where they stayed and everything. And then boom,
Yeah.
one of the sisters has
That was her.
passed away.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Seeing and then I think, yeah, seeing after seeing the videos and seeing the pre-videos before and then just seeing her talking shit the day she died. I'm sorry, I mean, but hey, bitch, I love you. But hey, you was talking shit to the day you died. And hey, she stood what the fuck she was. Scar the motherfucking scar. So,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
but and that makes me laugh too. Her last videos, and I go to her page and look at her last videos,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and it's
She's
crazy too because um she's saying the same thing that she was saying on the song. Like, I'm not worried about you bitches.
yeah.
You bitches are worried about me.
Right.
And she said
Right.
that in one of her songs
Right.
like 10 years
Right.
ago.
Right.
So
Yeah.
again, 10 years later, you bitches are still worried about her
Absolutely.
and still worried about her even after that.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
right.
Mhm. And so, to bring the viewers up to speed
Yeah.
again, Scarlett was she was a female rapper. And, just, there's a lot of controversy, there's a lot that goes on behind being a rapper, a female rapper. And it's not all, glitz and glam, there's some hard truths and some hard lies that come with that. And so, we'll have to talk about that on
Right.
another podcast session.
Right.
But, you know, my daughter, went through a lot on social media
She did.
all the days of her life.
Yeah, she
So
did.
she was always kind of really big on social media just
For
because of her
sure.
music and just because she loved social media and going live.
She did.
And so people really did just look at her life and everything she did,
Right.
whether it was good or whether it was bad. Um, and so, yes, even her going in to go get a surgery was like the talk of the town once again. It was just, anything Scarlett did was really the talk of the town or just the talk of anything. And so, yes, even even up to the day she was having her surgery, she um she just couldn't get away from social media and the drama and the, those um I'm gonna keep it very clean, but those women that just, get on your nerves,
Yeah.
um, in so many ways. But I when I say how did you as far as with the blogs, did you read some of the comments in the
Some
blogs?
of
Did you
them, but not really, because a lot of them were support and then a lot of them were negative comments.
Yeah.
Um, Especially like I seen a lot like, why would she do that if she had a child? And why wouldn't she just be happy with her body? And but me personally, I know who Dominique was. She's a very confident girl, and anybody who goes and gets their body done doesn't mean they're insecure. It means that they want to fix something. Who gives a damn? We could fix something every day if we if we wanted to. We're human beings, and if that's what we want to do, that's what we want to do. It's our body, and if we want to do a little fix, then there's nothing wrong with that.
right. Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know as far as me being her mom, it was a lot
How
for
was the blogs
me.
for you? Yeah, how was the blogs for you?
Yeah, it was just a lot because first of all, you find out that your daughter has passed away
Yeah.
and it has went viral
Mhm.
and you're trying to like damage control,
Yeah. Mhm.
like people are saying this and people are saying that.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, this is my child. You know what
Yes,
I
you
mean? Like this is
right,
my daughter. This is my child.
and it's
Like
yeah,
I wasn't as a mother, and,
yeah,
Wamanica's an artist,
mhm,
and, whatever she did on social media and whatever she did in her life, she, went back and forth with people. I'm more of a, always been kind of a private mom, I'm her mom on the back end, but I'm not a, social media guru like that. I don't go back and forth with
oh,
people.
no, me neither.
And the fact that my daughter was not here to defend herself, and
Yes,
people were just saying, "Oh, I could
ugly
not believe
thing.
the things that people were
Yeah, they
saying."
were really saying
I just
other things. I
there
think
was
a
this
lot of it too, after her death, I stayed on social media a lot. I did, because it was just it wasn't a good time for me, and I didn't care to see the blogs sometimes, or the negative comments or what people had to say. And it was a lot because when you do go through Instagram and you're going through the videos, it was popping up. If you're going on TikTok, it's popping up.
Yes,
People
it was
had an
everywhere.
opinion. People thought they knew what happened. Is People just thought they were the police. I don't know what, or the investigator. They were there. I'm not sure what they thought, but yeah, the comments were just not it. They weren't supportive.
Right, right. They were absolutely cruel comments. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe there's one comment in particular. I mean,
Uh-huh.
this I couldn't even believe some of the things people were saying,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, thank God that there are people in the world still that are empathetic and sympathetic because there were people that were just saying, I pray for her sister, I pray for her family.
Yeah.
She was a beautiful young lady, and they
Mhm.
just left it at that. And then you get into this women, you need to learn to love yourself. You need to learn how to love yourself, learn love your body. She should have been at home with her daughter,
Right.
and people just, jumping into their own conclusions.
Right. Their
Um,
own insecurities.
right. And it was a lot. It was to the
Yeah.
point, it's so, a lot of people, I don't know, but if you see on my social media, it says like Chrissy Dart. And I think somebody
It
had asked me, like,
I don't
who
know
is
what's going
Chrissy Dart? Who is, yeah, right?
I didn't know what was
So,
happening. Hey, but
yeah,
hey, if you wanna get a new identity,
right. So
I
what's
support it.
happening is that I had changed my name on social media from Wakila Miller to Chrissy Dart because
Oh, they were
they
looking
were looking for
oh,
me. So
mhm,
the news that was getting in contact with me,
mhm.
and TMZ
Yeah.
had got in contact with me, and I had even asked a couple of the tabloids. I said, "How did you find me?"
Right.
So me, like
Mm.
I said, I be on, so I'm a Facebooker, right? So I'm
Yeah.
46 years old. I'm a big Facebooker. I've barely been on Instagram for 3 years. Now I
Here
start to
and there.
post
Right.
more now,
Yeah.
but I didn't even like, how did you get my phone number? How did you find me?
Right.
And I was
Yes.
just like, this part,
Mhm.
my daughter was on a bigger scale when it came to social media and wanting
Yes.
to be just seen and famous
Yeah.
and just wanted the publicity. And I'm like, I want you people to leave me alone. I
Right.
like literally out of change my name on Facebook and Instagram, thinking like me,
People would leave
thinking I could
yeah,
hide,
yeah.
that I could
Mhm.
hide from the comments,
Mm.
that because people were trying to find me.
And tag you
Um,
probably, yeah.
especially off of the TikTok. I would see people in
Mm.
the comments saying, "Well, where's her mom? Anybody got her
Mm.
mom's Instagram? Anybody got her
Oh,
mom's
yep.
social media?"
Mhm.
And I'm like, "These people are great." You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I literally just like lost my daughter, and then I have another daughter
Yes.
that is in Miami that I got to get back.
Yeah.
I
I
got to
know. How was that for you?
That was a lot. I
Yes.
every day I was just talking to somebody not too long ago, and
Mhm.
this lady, and I was just telling her, there's days where I absolutely get up and say, I really need to go to a mental hospital for a couple
Mhm.
of days, for a
Oh,
week
yeah.
or two. I wish that,
Mhm.
even though my life is, I'm okay,
Mhm.
and I do okay for myself,
Mm.
I wish I had the audacity
Mhm.
to just walk away just for a week or 2 or 3
Yeah.
and just go. Cause some days I'm good and other days
Me.
I'm like, I don't really give a fuck.
Same.
I really just,
Same. Yeah.
I wanted check in
Right.
and check out
Yeah.
and but you work through it here and
Yeah. You
there.
do.
I think I've gotten better. I know, how to lay myself down and be still,
Yes.
you know. Just like I said when I first was just talking to you and saying when I had started the podcast,
Mhm.
I think I had started it too soon. I was too emotional. I was fumbling over my words. It just wasn't,
Yes.
I still was grieving. It's a
Yes.
year later. I'm still hurt. I'm still
Yeah.
grieving. And I know a lot of people look at me, Wakila, and, they see me with makeup on, they see me get up, they see me get dressed, they see me with Savannah, and they see me taking care of the baby and,
Mhm.
doing my thing. But
It's hard still.
behind closed doors, it is
Same.
very different,
It's very different. Yeah.
so I have to, I have to, I have to pump myself up
Yes.
and, my daughter,
Yeah.
may she rest in peace,
Yeah.
I know she's pumping me up like, "Mom,
Yeah.
get up,"
Yeah.
you
She
know?
does that with
Get
me too. Yeah.
get up. Um, you know, and, so that is where I get my strength from, and
Yeah.
I literally,
Knowing she would keep going too.
yeah, she would, and
She
she
would.
did,
She would.
and
Yeah.
she did,
And she
and
did.
she did keep going,
Yeah. She always
through
did.
all the drama and through all the trials and tribulations in life, the ups and the downs in businesses, the ups and the downs in relationships and friendships,
For sure.
just the ups and downs. She did keep going,
Yeah.
and so yes, I'm going to keep going for sure, but
Yeah.
I'm not Scarlett. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, and
Like I'm
we
not.
take everything differently
Yeah,
too.
I'm
She's
not. I'm
she's
not.
gangsta Scar, big Scar.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone's not a gangster. Like I'm just a little Gemini here. And
And
yeah,
me, and I'm empathetic. I'm sympathetic. I'm completely
me,
different than my daughter.
me,
I feel. I walk with compassion.
for sure.
So, um, it's really different for me, and,
Yeah,
although I know my daughter, she loves me and she loves that part of me,
yeah,
she always
yeah,
criticized me on that part,
yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
You
Get a
just,
grip, right?
"Don't be
Yeah,
a crybaby. What you crying for?" "Get
right,
up." Like, "Oh, life goes on." "Okay,
r-
mom, so what are you doing?"
right.
"What are you doing?" "So
Yeah,
what's the plan?"
right.
You
For
know?
sure. Yeah,
So,
for
which
sure.
is which is a lot of why I'm just like, let me get the podcast.
Yes.
Let me get myself back
Start
into moving and
talking,
start
right,
doing it
start
and talking
expressing it.
about it.
Yes.
Because a lot of us we don't talk about
We
grief.
do, we
And a
don't.
lot of us in particular your age group, my age group, in our community, we don't go to
Yeah.
therapy. We don't go
No.
talk to nobody.
Mm.
We lose a mom, we lose a dad, we lose uncles, we lose friends, and we just get
Yes.
up and go. And it's a lot of us walking around here from a hurt place and a hurt
Yeah.
space.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know.
I feel like that's been me for kinda like the last year, for sure. I'm just going. I haven't really stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially since last year, it's like it's just been like there's no, like, stopping. But I'm, like, trying to learn that with myself, like, sometimes I just have to give myself grace because I went through a lot. Losing my best friend, whether we talked from here to there, it's just a lot because, like I said, that's somebody I grew up with. That's somebody, the reason why how I am now.
yeah.
Why I don't fuck with bitches, like, that's really the reason too. We didn't fuck with bitches. That's just really what it was, and, I still don't fuck with bitches. They're just not I don't know, they're not her. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but no, yeah, it's different.
And
It's
about
different.
how about your parents? I mean, were they
Yeah.
supportive?
Yeah, my parents were very supportive. My dad cooks a lot, so at that time, I was just going over there for, like, meals, and I would cry a lot to them. Yeah, mostly my parents. I would say my parents were a big support for me because they knew and they seen it. They seen how close we were. They seen me going to her house every day, or she's at my house every day,
Right.
or we're at our other friend's house. What, regardless of the fact, we were always together.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We were always together. So they knew, like, we grew up together.
Yeah.
That was somebody that was in our house. We went to school together. We used to go home together.
Right. Right.
Go to your house or my house. It literally, yeah. And they always knew how much I loved her, regardless of us going our different ways. They always knew how much I loved her. So I think, yeah, the support really came from like them knowing how much I loved her.
Right.
So,
Right.
and yeah, that was hard for me. It was definitely hard for me.
And then,
Yeah.
do you think that there's a stigmatism behind seeking mental health or
No, I don't.
any type of
No, I'm
grief
totally
and
for it.
counseling?
I'm
Okay.
totally for it. I might get into it because like I said earlier, sometimes I have feelings and I don't know what I'm feeling.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm feeling. It's just everywhere like and then but I know I am grieving. Sometimes I do know like even when I'm like sometimes I could be working. And I just start crying. Sometimes I could be outside and I just start crying and and I know that's grief. I know that comes from grieving is weird. So it's not like it might stop one day, but it's gonna come back. And then I have pictures, and then I look at our pictures, and then I
Yeah.
look at her Instagram, and then I look at her TikTok, and then it's just grief is weird. But I'm glad I'm still able to come out here to Las Vegas
Yes. Yes.
a
Yeah.
couple times here and there and see you guys, see Savannah.
Yeah.
Savannah really
Does
makes me laugh. So
how is that?
it,
For seeing
yes,
her, I
that
was
makes it makes me sad and happy at the same
at the
time.
same time, right?
It does.
And I was
Because
just
it makes
trying
me
to
sad that Dominique's not here and I'm here to tell her you're finally a mom. How do you feel?
because you never got to even
No.
because you guys were not talking during her pregnancy
No.
and the birth of the baby or
No.
anything.
I knew she was pregnant though.
Uh,
Um, I knew she was pregnant, and that's why I get sad too because I feel like at that time I should have reached out, her being pregnant,
yeah.
because that was a big milestone for her,
Yeah.
and I didn't, I didn't reach out. That hurts me a lot,
Mm.
knowing that I didn't reach out.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, that makes me sad because I feel like at that time I should have reached out, but at the same time, I didn't know, like, it was a weird feeling always with me and Dominique because I always loved her, but I always knew, like, she's good, but maybe she's good without me.
Mm.
Maybe she's good without me.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's another episode within itself,
Yeah,
but, um, yeah, that's another episode
yeah,
within itself. We'll have to talk about that, but
yeah,
I don't even feel like having those
yeah,
type of tears
yeah.
because I know that
I
I
used
I
to
think
think
I had expressed that,
mhm.
that
Yeah,
Kiara is my youngest daughter,
mhm,
Dominique's, baby sister, she had expressed, a couple of times, you
mhm,
know, um you know, maybe if her friends and,
mhm.
maybe if and I like I said, I do not wanna have these type of tears
No, it's
because
okay,
I
'cause
know
I
that,
think about that
she's
too.
expressed, maybe if Claudette wouldn't have left her,
Mhm.
um, maybe if her childhood friends wouldn't have left her, it wouldn't life wouldn't have been so hard for her.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think about that a lot. And I think about that too because a couple of years ago, me and Dominique actually had that conversation, and that's exactly what she told me. She said that I feel like you left me. But I always felt like Dominique was stronger than me. So I always felt like she's good. She'll be okay. Like, but that was on me. You can't think about how other people think. You don't know that. You don't
Right.
know if they're okay. You don't know. But we actually a couple years ago we did sit down and she did tell me that. She told me I feel like you left me. And chaotic. I'm not used to chaotic. I'm not used to drama. I'm not used to my best friend being and all that either. So I always looked at her like this. So when she involved herself with people like this, I couldn't do it anymore
Yeah.
because she didn't see even that night. Like I explained to her, like
Mhm.
we could have died.
Yeah.
Like I don't like involving myself in stuff like that because shit is dangerous. People hated us. You don't know how deep people's envy was. All these bitches are coming at us. You don't know if these bitches wanted to feel so powerful.
Right.
I hate you bitches.
Right. Right.
But, like, I I I do feel that sentence though, like, what if I woulda never left? Because sometimes I think about that too. What if I woulda never left? Like, what if I woulda even if we weren't the best of friends, what if I woulda always checked on her like, "Hey, I'm glad you're doing well. Like, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're doing this." Like, just to keep in contact, just to know, like, "Oh, we still have each other's back."
Right.
Just because I'm not talking to her doesn't mean I didn't have her back, but how does she know that?
Right. Right.
How does she know that?
Right.
I didn't do anything. I didn't reach out. And I think that hurts me the most too. But I also think too, like, Dominique always reached out. And I guess maybe that's what I always thought too. She'll reach out. She never did.
Right. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, what is next? Like, I mean,
Mhm.
how do you move? I mean, I know
Mhm.
when my sister passed away, I
Yes.
mean, she was my confidant. She was everything, you
Yes.
know? And regardless to what was going on in the world, I knew I had this sister. So if
Mhm.
it all failed and it all went bad, I had this sister, right?
Mhm.
So when she died, and it was real bad. I think that's one of the first times in my life where I felt like I didn't even want to be here. And
Mhm.
I was, and a lot of people don't know, but it was the death of my sister in August of 2017.
Mhm.
Um, my sister passed away in August of 2017, and I end up leaving with my kids and moving here to Vegas
Oh,
in
wow.
November of
Right.
2017. So,
Mhm.
during that time frame, my sister had passed away, And my son had got himself in some trouble, and life just got up on me. And I had to go,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had to go. It was bad. It was real
Yeah.
bad for me. So that's how I even ended up here in Vegas. And it took me years. I think I just barely, I think maybe 2 years ago,
Mm.
I think I had a client of mine ask
Mhm.
me, and I always hate when people ask me,
Mm.
why did you move to Vegas?
Yeah.
Because then I have to go through those feelings and those emotions of my sister
Mm.
passing and tell them I moved here because my sister passed away.
Mhm.
And that would have me crying and kept me in a depression. So it took probably, I'm better now as far as with my sister's death, I'm a whole lot better.
Mm.
And it took, oh man, it took probably, we've been in Vegas 9 years. It literally
Mhm.
took about 7 years.
I
It
believe
took
it.
I took about
I
7 years.
believe it.
I'm not even BSing. It took
Mm.
about 7 years for me. I would be in driving on the freeway and just pull over
Mhm.
and just, or be in a parking lot somewhere at Albertsons or Smith's and just have a moment
Mhm.
and just sit there and just cry
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm alone. Even though I have my kids and I have my kids and I do have other siblings, but this particular sister, like, and even though she lived in Virginia and I lived here in Vegas or I lived in San Diego, I didn't get, like I didn't talk to her every day. I didn't need to talk to her every day.
Mhm. Right.
Like you said, I didn't need to
Exactly.
talk to her every day
Yeah.
because I knew that she was there here on this earth.
Right. Right.
And I always thought that, I still have
Mhm.
time,
That's my
I'll
sister,
get
right?
back there. We'll make a plan. We'll get together, you know. And that's the crazy thing about this life is
Yeah.
nobody
Thinking you
knows.
have time.
Yeah, you always think you got time. And there's this clock that is ticking that nobody knows about. And
Mm.
yeah,
I don't. No. No. It life is crazy. And after her death, that's how I think of life, honestly. I think you don't have time. There's no time.
yeah,
You want to
you
do
never know.
something, if you want to hit somebody up, if you love someone, if you care about someone, tell them. Tell them.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Tell them. Express your feelings.
Yeah.
What are they gonna say? That they love you too, or fuck off?
One of the two, right? But say
Right?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
definitely
as
say
long as you get
something. But
your
I'd rather,
expressions out, because me not getting my expressions out, I think hurts me the most.
oh, yeah, I bet.
Um, and just not checking on her,
Yeah,
not saying you're doing fine, you're doing okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's the biggest thing for me, not
Yeah.
checking on her.
Well, I love you. I just want to tell you that
I love you too.
I appreciate you and I really thank you for being a part of her life and going through the
Yes,
motions with her.
yes,
Because I always, like I told you when you came and you visit me at the house,
yeah,
I know the truth. I know
yes.
the truth behind the relationship,
Mhm,
and there may be people that may say Claudette's been gone for years. How did she just pop at me?
mhm.
She what Dominique wasn't even
Right,
messing with,
right.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
there's somebody in the
yeah.
street saying that,
I'm
right?
sure. I'm sure. Yeah.
But, truth be told that, you don't know the relationship and you
No,
don't know their friendship.
you don't.
And these are two girls that, when the whole world was against them, it was only those two. They had each other. They would, I remember you guys just hanging out at the house on weekends because nobody would hang out with you
Yeah.
guys.
And nobody knows me like Dominique.
Yeah.
I think that hurts me too, because I can't express that with nobody.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, it was only me and her. It wasn't like we were a trio or quadruplets. Who can I talk to that really knew our friendship like that? Like you said, people are probably thinking, "Pitch, okay, you're back now."
Right.
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 And that's okay. And I probably think that sometimes too, because that's why I get sad. I'm back now.
Oh, I know.
I'm back now.
But you know what, Claudette? We're gonna be wrapping this up,
Yeah.
but I would say, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I am glad that you are back, and I know
I'm
that
glad I am
Dominique
too.
is I don't, I know that she's glad that you are back, and I'm it makes me happy. I sleep a little better at night knowing
Yeah.
that you are back and that
No,
that
I'm
I
glad
have
that you
that
guys let me
peace.
back because honestly too, I think that the first couple days of not hearing from you, I didn't know if I was gonna be allowed at the funeral. I didn't know. I didn't know anything. Honestly, I didn't know anything.
Yeah,
So I didn't know if you knew how much I loved her. I didn't know if you knew how much she loved me. If you knew, like, that was my soul sister. I didn't know how deep you knew because we haven't talked as well.
right,
So,
right,
you
right,
know,
right.
I didn't know if you know, but I'm very appreciative that you do know that I loved her and
Yeah,
that you know that she loved me. Yeah.
yeah. Well, thank you for
You're
coming
welcome.
and
Thank you for having me.
all right.
Even though this is so sad, but I love you so
I
much.
love you too. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, of course.
Let me put my shoe on.
I need like a shot.
Oh my God. I'm a